I got my coworker fired because I wanted to be a hero. Hi, everyone. I have never felt so much guilt and regret in my life, and I need to get this off my chest. I work in a mid-sized marketing firm, and I have this coworker, Jake. We aren't exactly friends, but we get along. He's one of those quiet, super efficient guys who doesn't socialize much, but is insanely good at his job. He's also pretty attractive in that I wear the same 3 button-downs every week and don't care kind of way. A few weeks ago, I overheard a conversation in the break room. One of my other coworkers was ranting about how Jake was apparently skimming money from the company's ad budget. They had no proof, just a gut feeling, because of how quickly he was moving numbers around. For some reason, instead of minding my own business, I decided this was my moment to be the office hero. Now, I should mention that I am not in accounting. I barely understand spreadsheets beyond my own reports. But I convinced myself that if I dug deep enough, I'd uncover some kind of fraud and save the company thousands. I started paying close attention to Jake, watching every move he made in meetings, and even peeking at his screen when I walked by his desk. Then I made the mistake. One evening, while staying late to finish a report, I noticed Jake's laptop was still open, and he wasn't at his desk. Without thinking, or rather, without thinking enough, I took a photo of his screen. It was a spreadsheet with a bunch of numbers I didn't understand, but I was certain this was proof of something shady. Instead of asking him, or, literally anyone in accounting, I went straight to our boss. I told him I had serious concerns about Jake's financial activity. Boss took it seriously. He called in HR. They pulled up security footage, saw me taking the photo, and, get this, decided to investigate me for misconduct. The next day, Jake got pulled into a meeting. Then something I never expected happened. He got fired on the spot. Turns out the numbers weren't fraudulent at all. Jake had been working on a special project for the CFO himself, streamlining ad expenses to save the company money. The exact opposite of stealing. I wasn't even the one who got him fired. HR just didn't want the risk of a data breach after I snooped on his laptop. So now I wasn't a hero. I was the office villain. To make things worse, Jake's girlfriend also worked at our company. She stormed over to my desk after it happened, called me a corporate snake, and then quit on the spot. So I basically got 2 people fired. Now everyone in the office is treating me like a pariah. People avoid me in meetings, I hear whispers when I walk by, and I wouldn't be surprised if HR was building a case against me now. I ruined someone's career because I wanted to be the good guy. I haven't slept properly since it happened. I keep refreshing Jake's LinkedIn to see if he updates it, but I'm too much of a coward to message him. I don't know what to do. By trying to impress my girlfriend's dad and nearly setting his house on fire. So I am an idiot, a well-intentioned idiot, but an idiot nonetheless. My girlfriend and I have been together for almost a year, and things are getting serious. A few weeks ago, she told me her dad wanted to invite me over for dinner. No big deal, right? Wrong. This man is an ex-military, hyper-masculine, fix-anything with duct tape kind of guy who spends his weekends building furniture for fun. I, on the other hand, am the kind of guy who once called a plumber because my sink looked weird. Needless to say, I was nervous as hell. I decided I needed to make a good impression. So I told my girlfriend I'd bring over a bottle of his favorite whiskey and impress him with my handyman skills. Spoiler, I have no such skills. She gave me a very skeptical look and asked, "Are you sure?" I, in my infinite wisdom, said, "Oh yeah, I got this." Fast forward to dinner. Everything was going okay. Her dad was friendly but intimidating, and I was doing my best to act like a normal, functioning human. Then it happened. As we were sitting at the table, the kitchen light started flickering. Her dad sighed and said, "I need to fix that damn thing." My brain, in full peacock mode, saw this as an opportunity. I put down my fork and said the 5 dumbest words I have ever spoken. "I can fix that for you." Her dad raised an eyebrow. "You know how to do electrical work?" Now, the correct answer would have been, "No, sir, I do not." But instead I said, "Yeah, totally. I did it all the time in my old apartment." Lie. The only electrical work I had ever done was changing light bulbs. So this trusting man, hands me a screwdriver and points me toward the flickering light fixture. I climb onto a chair, unscrew the cover, and immediately realize I have no idea what I'm looking at. Wires everywhere. Some connected, some not. It looked like a defuse the bomb scene from a spy movie. At this point, I should have admitted defeat. But no. My dumbass figured, I'll just wiggle some stuff around and it'll fix itself. I don't know exactly what I touched, but the next thing I knew, there was a loud pop, a bright spark, and then bam, total darkness. I had cut the power to the entire house. Silence. Then from the darkness, her dad's voice. What the hell just happened? Cue me standing frozen on a chair, holding a screwdriver like an idiot, whispering. Her mom starts laughing. My girlfriend face palms. Her dad sighs the deepest, most disappointed sigh I have ever heard and gets up to reset the breaker. It gets worse. When the lights came back on, we realized the pop had left a small scorch mark on the ceiling. And by small, I mean a noticeable black burn mark right above the kitchen table. At this point, I was fully expecting to be thrown out, but her dad just shook his head, looked me dead in the eyes, and said, "Son, put the damn screwdriver down." Dinner continued in awkward silence. Afterward, her dad personally walked me to the door, patted my shoulder, and said, "Next time, just bring the whiskey." I have never wanted to crawl into a hole more in my life, by accidentally farting in my gynecologist's face and ruining my will to live. So this happened yesterday, and I am genuinely considering leaving the country. A little context, I had my annual gynecologist appointment scheduled, and like any responsible adult, I was dreading it. I mean, no one likes these appointments, but hey, gotta keep things healthy, right? To prepare, I did all the usual steps. Showered, shaved for absolutely no reason because doctors don't care. But still, pride, and wore my good underwear because, again, pride. Everything was fine until I got to the clinic. That's when my stomach decided to betray me. See, I had been a little bloated all morning, but I figured it was just nerves. I hadn't eaten anything crazy, just my usual coffee and a very fiber-heavy smoothie. While sitting in the waiting room, I felt some rumblings but told myself, nah, you got this. Just hold it in like a normal person. I did not, in fact, got this. Fast forward to the actual exam. I'm in the oh-so-dignified stirrups position, lying there pretending to be anywhere else while my gynecologist, who, of course, is an attractive man, starts the examination. Everything is going fine until he presses just the right spot. I don't know if it was the pressure, the nerves, or the fact that my intestines are evil, but at that exact moment, I let out the loudest, most unapologetic fart of my entire existence, and not just a little one. This was a full-blown, air-expelling, bass-boosted monstrosity right into this poor man's face. I froze. He froze. The room itself seemed to stop existing. The worst part? He was wearing a mask. So not only did I fart directly into his personal space, but I also essentially trapped it for him. He didn't say a word. He just took a slow, deep breath. Why would he do that? Adjusted his gloves like a professional and calmly said, "It happens." No, sir. This shouldn't happen. This isn't something people do. At this point, I wanted to spontaneously combust. I considered rolling off the table and sprinting out the door, naked if necessary, but instead I just mumbled some form of apology while contemplating what country I should relocate to. The rest of the appointment was a blur. I don't remember a single word he said because my soul had already left my body. I just know that I teleported out of that office, went home, and laid in bed staring at the ceiling for 3 hours. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below which story was the most brutal. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on new crazy stories.